Ready? All right, we can do it.
Are you ready?
All right, John.
Whole bunch. Look up there.
Hello, and welcome to the wedding. Emily, can you come to the deck?
She's going over to see her friends.
Tony Kushner's and Epithalamion.
Perfect.
Conjunction, assemblage, congress, union. Life isn't meant to be lived alone. A life apart is a desperate fiction. Life is an intermediate business, a field of light bordered by love, a sea of desire stretched between shores. Marriage is the strength of union. Marriage is the harmonic blend. Marriage is the elegance of counterpoint. Marriage is the faultless, fragile logic of ecology, a reasonable process of give and take, unfolding through cyclical and linear time. A wedding is a conjoining of systems in which neither loses its splendor and both are completely transformed. As for example, the dawn is the wedding of night and day, and neither and both, and is in itself the most beautiful time. Abundant, artless beauty, free and careless magnificence.
Thank you, Emily. The bride's friend Emily has just read a poem for us by the Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Tony Kushner. It is his modern take on the Epithalamion, a type of ancient Greek poem recited to newlyweds on their wedding night. Family and friends of Frank and Erica welcome to their wedding ceremony on a deck in the trees in the West Hills of Portland, tucked in by the enchanted forest that comprises Pacific Wonderland. What better place to be married? I'm Kate, a longtime friend of the bride. I have the benefit of knowing Erica since high school, though we didn't really become friends until later when we worked in a greenhouse together. It was there that we decided that we were ready to be city kids and up and moved to Chicago to be roomies for the next several years. I mention this only because Erica, I know for a fact, has always loved growing things, which is why Portland, a land of so much verdancy, is such a perfect setting for her wedding. She herself has grown so much in the years that have passed since we were young bloods. Though time and space make our visits mere instances that are few and far between, I take immense happiness in knowing that she blossoms with Frank. Frank, you have been endeared to me since the moment I met you at Liars Club in Chicago on St. Patrick's Day in a sea of questionable decisions, dancing, and green beer. I have felt a kindred spirit in you from the first. It is one of the greatest honors of my life to marry you to my dear friend Erica, for I've never felt sure of a couple making the right choice. With perfect symmetry to their history and decision-making records, Frank and Erica mark a new moment here in a different kind of dance. In the beautiful city of Portland, in this magical green of the Hoyt Arboretum, they join their lives in the union of marriage. To all their guests, Frank and Erica are incredibly happy to share this moment with you. They have known most of you for several years, and known some of you their entire lives. You watched them grow up, you went to school with them, and you laughed with them. Because you are the ones who have supported them and have known them so well, it is only fitting that you are the ones to share this once-in-a-lifetime moment with them. Frank and Erica are pleased to have their families in the front row, close to them for the ceremony. Erica thanks her mother, her father, her grandmother, her grandfather, and her brother for providing her with boundless opportunities and supporting her through the many phases of her life and giving her the strength to find her way to this moment. Frank thanks his mother, father, and sister for always being there for him and for helping him to find a moment to laugh in every situation. Frank and Erica would also like to thank their daughter Josephine for being here and for teaching them that sometimes life's surprises can take your plans and give you something better than you could have ever imagined. And for teaching them that being strong-willed is definitely a genetic trait that runs deep. As Frank and Erica prepared for the ceremony part of this wedding celebration, they reflected on how they arrived at this point today. Frank and Erica met at Dundee Middle School, where they worked on the same team of teachers. They immediately had a connection through their shared dedication to education and to always improving their craft. Erica and Frank soon found out that they shared many things: a love of music, a passion for learning, and a habit of waking up earlier than everyone else, which is 100% true. Their love really started over many breakfast conversations at Kendall's Country Kitchen back home in Elgin, Illinois. Although Frank and Erica were close, they grew a special bond through the biggest, most important surprise of their lives. They both loved Breaking Bad. And they had a child together. Navigating their way through the situation had many ups and downs. However, they learned more about each other and grew stronger as a couple through raising their amazing daughter, Joey. Erica and Frank are lucky in that they share many of the same values they hope to instill upon Josephine: patience, respect, empathy, and the belief that Jon Snow is the true heir to the Iron Throne. Based on the fact that they have learned so much from Joey, and the three of them make such a great team, Erica and Frank decided to grow their family. So they quickly got to work on the second baby, in hopes that they would have their super cool wedding afterwards. As it turns out, planning doesn't seem to be their thing, and for those of you who aren't aware, Erica's just a little pregnant at the moment. However, they are both elated that all 4 members of their family would be present at their wedding. The years will come and go. You'll have good times, you'll have times that aren't so good. You'll have your Obama in 2015 and 2016 years, and then you'll also have your Trump in 2017 years. However, you will always have each other. And now it gets real. Erica and Frank, there is magnificent truth in beginning your adult lives separately and independently, and then choosing to bind them together when you're old enough and experienced enough to know better. Yours is a marriage of authentic will, free will, and thus of freedom. This is not a marriage of convenience or of innocence, but a marriage of intention and experience. You may recall a novel by John Steinbeck called East of Eden, a family saga where, amongst other things, one is forever changed by the power of timshel. This Hebrew word timshel means thou mayest. It gives a choice, and as such, it might be the most important word in the world. It says that the way is open, and with full experience, wisdom, and freedom, you have chosen to unite, grow yourselves, each other, and your beautiful family. The contract of marriage that underpins this companionship is captured in its essence by the vows you'll exchange in a minute. That contract is the most solemn and must be entered into thoughtfully and seriously, and with a deep awareness of its obligations and responsibilities. So before you say your vows, I'll ask you to declare your intent to be bound by them. Frank, do you take Erica to be your wife, to live with her in marriage, to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Erica? Do you take
Do you want to give him a conversation starter?
Okay. Erica, do you take Frank to be your husband? To live with him in marriage? To love him? Comfort him? Honor and keep him in sickness and in health for as long as you both shall live. Then, mindful of the declarations you have made and knowing that you'll be held to account for them, you'll now say the marriage vows that you have written. Erica?
I'm going to turn a little bit this way because my voice doesn't protect us all. All right. So Frank, if I trace our relationship as a duo back to the beginning, it is filled with trials and challenges. When we first met, we were both in our late 20s. Maybe one of us was already in her 30s. We were living in a house deemed the Funky Palace, and I had learned to enjoy the many perks of living on my own. We had unanimously agreed that single life had many perks. However, from the time we met, you have been my dear friend and companion. Whether I wanted to talk music and pop culture, or if I just needed the company of a like-minded individual, I knew who to call. In the blink of an eye, we were making plans to live with one another. Then the fun truly began. The challenges of taking care of a baby, the challenges of having a second baby, career building, and so on. One thing remained true from the start. You have always been there for me and I for you. It became clear that you were here to stay, for better or for worse, and home has truly become wherever you are. Sorry. Keep it together. So it is here today in this beautiful little place in our world with some of our closest friends and family that I can safely say, I promise to support you through all the challenges that life will inevitably provide. I promise to respect you as a person with your own interests, desires, and needs, and to realize that those are sometimes different, but no less important than my own. I promise to help you laugh when you are sad. I promise to take you for your word when you tell me that everything will be okay. And last but not least, I promise to always let you know when your beard needs to be cleaned. Because I want nothing more than to share my future with you, our triumphs, our challenges, our joys, and our sorrows.
Erica, I take you to be my spouse. I promise to laugh with you, cry with you, and love our children with you. I promise to get up and get our remote from across the room, even if it was not I who placed the remote so very far away. I promise to respect you and cherish you as an individual, a partner, a teacher, and an equal, knowing that we do not complete but complement each other. I vow to open jars for you and pretend that you loosen them, even though we both know it was my manly muscles that opened the jar. We shall bear together whatever trouble and sorrow life may lay upon us, and we shall share together whatever good and joyful things life may bring us. I want us to grow old and gross together, to shake our collective fists at teenagers, and to talk endlessly about the older days when things were better, cheaper, and generally more wholesome. I can't promise to love you perfectly, but I will love you messily, overwhelmingly, and faithfully. You're the Joni to my Chachi, the Tennille to my Captain, and the Marianne to my Gilligan. Erica, I love you today and for the rest of our days to come.
I asked John to give the bride's ring to Frank now. Frank, place the ring on Erica's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
Wear it with love and joy.
Wear it with love and joy.
As this ring has no end.
As this ring has no end.
My love is also forever.
My love is also forever.
Carrie, please give the ring. Please give the groom's ring to Erica. Place the ring on Rink's finger and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you.
I marry you
As a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love.
May the wedding rings you exchange today remind you always that you are surrounded by enduring love. Frank and Erica, you have just committed yourselves, one to the other, by the pledge of your marriage vows and the exchange of wedding rings. Your life continues as one. To help celebrate your union as husband and wife, we ask that you take this bottle of wine and place it in this wooden box.
Can you hold it?
Frank, do not drink the wine before the agreed upon anniversary. Erica, definitely hide the key. This bottle of wine is dated 2007 and it's from a vineyard here in Oregon. As you both know, life will continue to happen. At times, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, worried, and even doubtful about the future. Use this wooden box to store this bottle of wine until one of your anniversaries, maybe your first or maybe your fifth. On whichever anniversary you choose, open the box and share the bottle of wine as a reminder to celebrate all the things in your life to be happy for. Then, of course, replace it with another bottle of wine to celebrate life's fortunes on a future anniversary. Again, Frank, do not drink the wine before the agreed upon anniversary. Erica, hide the key and maybe also hide the box of wine. Continue to celebrate throughout the years all the wonderful things that life has to offer. A roof over your heads, food on your table, your children, your families, your friends, and each other. Everyone has advice for newlyweds, especially on their wedding day. The institution of marriage has inspired many cultural figures to express what they think it takes for a marriage to be successful. I asked Erica and Frank's friends and family to share a few sayings about marriage to encourage and inspire Erica and Frank today. Some of these words are filled with wisdom, some with humor, some have the ring of seasoned experience, some have a surprise twist, and some simply express the obvious. John and Carrie, please do the honors of starting us off.
True love cannot be defined by any means. It's a cluster of adjectives. It's crazy, passionate, complicated, painful, but most importantly, true love is real. That is the feeling of being inexplicably drawn to another person. Love isn't about finding someone who you can escape reality with. It's about finding someone who makes reality worthwhile.
We all know tonight is a night of first for you guys. All right, it's going to be uncomfortable, right? Don't make it awkward. Just, no, really, make each other laugh, right? Every day, make each other laugh, and that's good words.
Should we go from this side to this side?
Well, actually,
Oh,
no, we can do that. Let's do that.
okay.
Nico, wrap us up.
Right. Anyone come with similar?
I can share one.
Okay, yeah.
When Matt and I went on our honeymoon 10 years ago, we went to Costa Rica and they have a phrase there, it's pura vida. It's basically like the pure life or the good life. And that's something that we've really clung to in really troubling times and really good times. So have perspective, lean on each other, especially when you maybe want to push each other away, because it's such a good life and it's this life you have together. So congratulations.
Yeah. I was just thinking about how we all, happily took this long journey to come out here to celebrate your love, and
I
we
expect nothing less from you so far.
we hope that you guys look at life as one long journey to celebrate your love.
Well, as long as you asked, after the ceremony, one of the questions that people have is that, will this marriage last? And in order for us to take a look at that, we'll take a look at the two participants. First, Erica, who is attractive, smart, accomplished, college graduate, and a great sense of humor, quality which will be tested, no doubt, in the future. Then there's Frank, also accomplished, college graduate, and the pride of his parents. We think that is just a great start and your perfect match. On a personal note, Erica, we took you into our family about 4 years ago, and today, though, it's official. So welcome into the family. We have unconditional love for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Anybody else? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
So in English, we only have one word for love, and it means a lot of things. But in Greek, there are 4 different versions of it. And eros is the romantic love, but there are 3 other versions of it. And please know that the familial and community love that we share with you today is with you throughout your lives. And we are rooting for you and happy for you and so excited to be part of your family.
Nick Nieto, please come to the back. The bride's brother Nick will finish our well wishes with a final reading by James Dillett Freeman titled A Blessing for a Marriage.
May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring, and may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. The valley is more a valley because it has the mountain towering over it. So let it be with you. Oh, wait. The valley is more, yeah. So let it be with you and you. And you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not out-encircle one another. May you succeed in all the important ways with one another and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have the good sense enough to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery, which is the awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual. Warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another.
Nice.
Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome.
Now by the power vested in me by the state of Oregon, it is my honor and delight to declare you husband and wife. Frank, you may kiss your bride. I am pleased to present the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Frank Wapole. Your wedding ceremony is over. It's time to celebrate.
We're not really walking down the aisle. We're just gonna stand up and drink. So,
as you guys know, the reception doesn't start till 5. If you want to stay back for pictures and mingle for a little bit, I know Frank brought drinks and everything, and we'll be here for a while taking pictures. So everyone's welcome to stay for a little bit, or if you need to go do other things, it's understandable too. All right.
thanks.
We want to follow the conference.
Awesome. Right. Marriage.
Hey.
If you want me to, I can hang around with you. If I learn you, that's what you're into.
Yeah. So pretty.
You're into him hanging around you. You're hanging around, yeah, you're there too.
If you want me to, I will take off all my clothes. Take off all my clothes. If that's what you're into.
Yeah. We did it. Yeah.
If that's what you're into.
Yeah.
In the nude in front of you, is that what you'd wanna view?
If that's cool with you, I'll let you get naked too. It could be a dream come true, provided that's what you are into.
Is that what you're into? Him and you in the nude. That's what we fancy. That's the kind of thing that you might be into.
And then maybe later, get hot by the refrigerator.
Look at Grandma.
Next to the pantry, and pop out my face, what you fancy.
Oh, you want more? Okay. You want to go with cousin Sarah?
with the food. Get to do with the food. We heard that's what.
When you met me out of those Jewish kings who
I was.
You told me.
Welcome.
Oh, no, yeah, I know.
That's for me.
I was really nervous.
Yeah.
The vows are no. I practiced and practiced. I think I practiced too much. I should have just got up there and read them.
I like you like, okay, I can do this.
I was correct.
Okay. Yeah. We're finally. We're good to go. Wow.
I'm like, good luck.
I'm in here on the outside.
I'll pass the word.
I hardly recognized you. The haircut.
Oh, I got that this morning. This morning. I always put it off.
Shannon's husband is not. I don't see him.
No, I know he's here. He was wrangling the kids up there.
And then you turn sideways. I'm like, oh,
I think that was him that ran after Joe.
Yeah. I saw trouble brewing, so I figured I might as well head off to face it. See what happens.
Whiskey only took
I was sweating up there trying to keep them balanced, trying to keep myself balanced. I'm like, okay, nope. Surfing. Oh, yeah.
so your mom's got yours.
Yeah, she's having a blast. The storms died down, so she's like swimming and getting spoiled. So. Right. They don't see them as often as outdoors. So I'm sure she's staying at her house. So she's like, I'm getting all of it. Yeah. No one's coming over. I lock the door at 9. Knock yourself out. Yeah.
More importantly, like today.
Hey, thank you so much.
We welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Even though you've been around.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Again.
Thank you, Rudy.
I talked to you. I talked to about you in my work. I say my son Frank. Where's that? Where's my son?
All right, now it's official. Now we can do it.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you very much.
I've always called him my son-in-law.
And I love the intro song. Oh, yeah.
I always felt like they were married.
I got pee. I don't know what to do. Oh, no. Oh, I got this.
Oh, she will
lift her up her dress perfectly.
She does that, yeah. She'll pee anyway.
Since you're
Sarah's it's been ordered.
Like is this?
Yeah. Sarah's
Your flowers are beautiful.
I know.
Love those orchids.
I love those. Maybe I'll ask, hey Pat, which ones are redwoods and which ones are sequoias? Are these ones?
signs on the tree.
Are these ones? You know, Joey, what are you doing?
That was amazing.
You made it.
Yeah. That was so yeah. There's worse places to hang out. Actually, you know. Yeah, this is so fucking rad. Yeah. That's
It
was perfect. You do all the necessary things and you get rid of all the puppets.
How's your youth go? How far did you bring it?
to the parking lot, and Justin was sitting there waiting.
Yeah, it's like a house. They walk a lot. Above us constantly. It's cool. It's great. I feel like we reverted back to being like 21. Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
I don't think the Uber driver thought they were good.
That's cool. That's great.
Well, and then I thought
Yeah, that was really good.
they both visited.
Yeah, that was great.
And
Hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, Frank's buddy. He lives in Dawson now.
I was worried about Ross.
Yeah.
So
So I were the man.
I'll take Rudy's help in there.
Yeah, I'm Nick. What? That was awesome. Yeah.
Shame, I can take her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know how to tell him to do it.
You guys just heard every third word.
This is gross.
And I had to actually GPS her.
No, I came out everybody. Yeah. How do you like it out?
How you doing, buddy? You're looking good. How you doing? Give me a 5-5. He's trying to find a face. Yeah. Yeah, well, you.
I was waiting the whole time for someone to be like, marriage. I was hoping Kate would open with that. Marriage is what brings us together.
That's what's up, though, right?
The whole time.
Yeah.
I was gonna announce it, but then she announced the author.
Yeah, this is my first time like out of the city. That's how I always joke about. That's why I'm gonna tell my dogs in a voice. Yeah, that's when I finish talking. Yeah, my girlfriend. What's a lamp? Like good job. I think it was like January. What's a lamp? I was just cold and it's like misty. Like the moss and shit growing on the rocks.
Oh, good job. Good job. A lot of faces here.
What?
Jojo, no more spitting.
Yeah.
My brother's was so formal.
They do like a church wedding and stuff?
No, but it was straight. It had a different race. I'm really traditional. It's just
all the tests happening on the mic.
it's not very loud.
Louder? Hello? Okay, I'll shout. I'm under strict instruction not to have a drink until I finish this speech, so you have to excuse me if I'm trying to move this along. My name is Carrie. You might remember me from the wedding. I was honored when Erica asked me to stand with her as her maid of honor on the most memorable day of her life. As the big day approached, she asked me to give a speech, so I immediately changed my name and tried to flee the country without doing it. But she found me on the border of Mexico and dragged me back, so here we are. Erica has always been a great friend, and I know my life would not be as full without her in it. I've known Erica since we were in 7th grade, so for about 10 years now. Don't do the math, that's right. We started our friendship journey wrestling in Jenny Armstrong's basement after school for fun. In high school, we quickly became inseparable. We, during Twin Day, during Spirit Week, we made matching t-shirts that said Kirika on the back. Wore those around, I'm sure everybody was super jealous of our passion. After high school, we took our senior trip to Hawaii with Grandpa Wapole. I still have a picture of him and I mooning the camera seconds before I got drugged across the ocean on the bottom of the... Still one of the best trips I've ever been on. We saw strippers. When I moved to California, leaving my friends was one of the hardest things I've ever done, which is why I'm so thankful that me and Erica have been able to keep in touch throughout the years, and no matter how much distance is between us, we've always been able to pick it up right where we left off, like nothing's ever changed. When Erica came out to visit me one summer, she wouldn't stop talking about the hot math teacher across the hall. She's like, he's in a band, and we screamed like schoolgirls. Now, I've seen Erica have crushes over guys over the years, but this was different. This guy had truly stolen her heart. So the first time I met Frank, I was super nervous to meet him because I knew how special he was to Erica. So in preparation for our meeting, I took one too many shots of tequila and ended up face down on a picnic bench through the whole visit puking. So that was fun. That was a great first impression. Which is why I like Frank so much, because he gave me a chance to make a second impression. He's clearly a great guy and a great father and a great choice of partner. And I'm so happy that Erica and Frank ended up together. All you need is love. Erica, here we go. You and I have been through so many good times, bad decisions. We've helped each other through some of the hardest times. We've watched each other grow from high school brats into women, into mothers, and now we can watch our children play together. And I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say I'm so truly happy for you guys. Remember every day how lucky you are to have found each other. So let's raise our glasses. My glass. To love, to laughter, and happily ever after. Cheers to the bride and the groom.
I know you can do it. Now you can go get this.
Hello, I am Shan Stoker. I am sister of the groom. For those who don't know, I think pretty much everybody here already knew that. Anyhow, so Frank asked me to give a speech. I was a little surprised because he clearly thinks I'm here to roast him. He made that pretty clear last night. And then I started thinking last night we were all together at the Rogue Brewery, how Frank himself is a little bit of a rogue. And I thought I would tell some stories, just proving how much of a rogue he is. So most children, I think there's several here, would agree with this, like love ducks. No one loves ducks as much as Frank did as a child, to the point that it was very popular story in our family. They said, Frank, you want to go feed the ducks? And he ran full speed ahead into a pond that was not meant for human swimming. But he got to see his ducks, and that was all that mattered. Another way that child Frank showed his rogueness was he took it upon himself to turn off every single light in a grocery store. So he managed to get away from my mom for all of 30 seconds and shut down power to an entire building. Alright, so there's a little bit about Rogue Frank from childhood, but now let's move on to high school. So Frank went to the Academy for Math and Science for 2 years, also known as the Academy of Nerds. So he's a pretty big nerd, to be honest here. And he finished a Spanish test so fast, he took it upon himself to do a little drawing. And now what's he going to draw? He's bored, he's got the back of a test. He's going to draw his hand. Now you think, alright, that's fine, turns the test in, my parents get a call from the principal. Good little dorky boy in the Math and Science has now joined a gang and drawing gang signs all over his tests. So if that doesn't show what a rogue Frank was in high school, okay, so if that doesn't show what a rogue, anyhow.
Stop her, Joe.
Frank's first job was at Ace Hardware, where he met John. And one time he came home from work very upset. His manager had swore at him. And he needed to comfort from my mom, and she had to call the store and complain. So there's, 16-year-old Frank didn't like swearing.
Screw Ace Hardware.
Joey. All right, moving on to Frank's college time. What says being a rogue besides finally deciding to take up an organized sport? After his entire life, high school and all, he never wanted to play sports. But then he gets to college and decides, you know what? I'm in this team all the way. It is extreme tug of war. So, Frank quit drinking trained the whole time to be on his tug of war team. Another way in college that Frank proved that he was a rogue was Garrett Wolf, who was a star football player, was drafted by the Bears for a little bit, got in a little bit of a kerfuffle with Frank, or at Frank's house, and then screamed at Frank while he was being dragged into a police car that he was coming back and bringing weapons. And Frank had to sit there and smile. The pride and joy of NIU threatened him. So, but he took it with pride. And then also too, Frank wasn't not familiar with receiving a punch. He might have been familiar with giving them, but even to the point that one time he got a black eye at a bar. Still to this day doesn't know by who or why. Just kind of, and actually, that wasn't in college. Actually, at that point, we were already at the Funky Oven. Now, I don't know if anyone knows what the Funky Oven was, but it was when Frank and Al lived together and they named their apartment the Funky Oven. Now, I asked why, and Frank's response was, because stuff gets funky in the oven. So, two adult men living together named their apartment. And they got a dog together, Fozzie, who crossed the Rainbow Bridge, but I'm sure he's very happy for the two of you in spirit. But soon that would not be enough space, so they actually moved into a house that they named the Funky Palace. Now, there's not really a whole lot to be said about this time in Frank's life. I will say one of the most popular quotes that he had was, "I would be gay if it weren't for the butt sex." So, that about sums up the next couple of years. But soon, Frank realized that Al had actually surpassed a friendship and pretty much become his partner at this point. And decided, oh man, I gotta get a girlfriend. Erica and Frank met through work. They instantly connected, and I thought, wow, Frank is growing up. Then Joey came around, and I've seen Frank play in a ball pit and bounce house, and realized he has not. Frank, you're still that kid from the duck pond, knowing what you want and going for it. Congratulations on making it official. Let's raise your glass one more time to Frank and Erica. And it's Joey's turn. Hey!
Oh, Grandma? I know if Joe's gonna give it up for you.
Sing a song! Woohoo!
Grandma wants to say something.
She sees her dad on it.
day for Joe. Well, Erica was our first grandchild. And she was the only grandchild for 4 years, so we had plenty of time to really spoil her. We did a lot of things together, but for today, I wrote a poem, which is the first poem I ever wrote. To our granddaughter, and this goes for Grandpa too. Okay. Our hearts are filled with memories of times when you were small. One day you were a little dancer. Then you were playing ball. Wasn't long until you were the princess at the prom. And then a few graduations before the calm. The years have flown so quickly, a lot of joy and some sorrows. You grew up to be a beautiful lady and also became the best of mamas. As you begin this new life and become the wife of Frank, we pray your lives will be filled with love and many blessings from God above. To you, Erica, remember to laugh often, have a forgiving spirit, love Frank, yourself, your children at all times, and enjoy the wonderful journey of marriage. That's all.
Gotta give me a second to set up.
Absolutely. Tell us about yourself.
No,
Okay.
Ready. One, putting me after great grandma, that kind of sucks. That was an awesome speech, well done. Everybody was awesome. This probably won't be as awesome. However, I've known Frank for a long time, so I felt that the best way to do this, if I get this thing tight, is to write him a song that kind of explains. Hold this up something. You got it for me? All right. Explains, yes. Alright, he's got to stay there. Nobody touches those, huh? Alright, what's it? Change the weight down? Alright. Frank, do you have a pin? I swear to God, I just had one in my hand a second ago. There it is. You didn't bring a pick? Alright. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear. Jojo, can I borrow this for a second? Can I borrow this? Alright. I'm hoping you guys can hear everything. It's kind of weird to be outside like this without a full system. I asked Frank to put a full speaker system in with several mics just to get the real acoustics, and apparently that was just too much. So thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. So if you don't know me, my name is John Micklon. I'm Frank's best man, and the wind is not helping me at all. I felt the best way to celebrate these two wonderful people was to write a song. So In line with Frank's favorite style of music, you guys are going to hear a folk bluegrass-inspired tune with spoken word verses. I do apologize to all the hipsters here tonight. There will be no obscure death metal or social distortion, no extinct hairy elephants, no Mahatma that also involve propaganda. Judge away, hipsters. You're getting music that is easy to understand tonight. So, I hope you all know how this whole thing works. I'm going to expect you guys to start singing the refrain with me. The refrain is the chorus.
All right.
By the end of this whole thing, maybe we can get loud enough to get kicked out. It would seem a fitting ending to a speech song thing at this particular wedding. So help me out, and as you guys get it, sing along. Here we go. What can you do about Frankie? We all know he does stupid shit. Marrying Erica's not one of those things, and they made a damn fine-looking kid. So, not sure if you guys all know how Frankie and I met. We were teenagers. We worked at Ace Hardware together. This is really hard. I played in a shitty band, and Frankie wanted to join, so he learned the bass. And we made our first bong. I mean, song. who would make a bong at Ace Hardware? I mean, what can you say about Frankie? We all know he does stupid shit. Marrying Erica's not one of those things, and they made a damn fine-looking kid. Now, the bong is my fault. I'm gonna own up to that, but Frankie has played music for as long as I've known him. We've seen him associated with amazing band names like Nevermore, Champions of the World, The Boy You Thought, Tirana, and The Trouble. Frank is an extremely talented musician, much more so than Alex, who's a subpar drummer at best. But these bands were and are all terrible, and you guys all know it. What can you say about Frankie? We all know he does stupid shit. Marrying Erica's not one of those things, and they made a damn fine-looking kid. We had some of the best times of our lives playing in those crappy bands now. Frank has lived some pretty close places. The Pike House, where we coined the term YOLO. The Funky Oven, where Fonzie and Alex did terrible things to the floor. And the Funky Palace, where everybody did terrible things to everything. What can you say about Frankie? We all know he does stupid shit. Marrying Erica's not one of those things, and they made a damn fine-looking kid. Frankie loves to travel. We've camped together in Wisconsin, gone to California, partied in Cancun, hung out on the beaches of Michigan where he proposed to Erica. He's also been all over Europe, and now we've been to Portland. I wonder why this wedding was in Austin, Texas. I feel like that would have been a great venue. What can you say about Frankie? We all know he does stupid shit. Marrying Erica's not one of those things, and they made a damn fine-looking kid. I think the best journey Frank has been on is the one he's chosen to travel with Erica. Look at all they've accomplished together. They have a beautiful daughter, Joey, a beautiful home, successful careers. Erica has been there for Frank during some of the best and most difficult parts of Frank's life, and vice versa. She supported him and loved him. And he supported her and loved her. She's annoyed the shit out of him. And he's annoyed the shit out of her. They've laughed. And they've cried. And now, they have a long history of being with each other. I've always considered Frank a part of my family. He's my brother. He's a pain in the ass, but he's a brother all the same. I look forward to extending the exact same love to Erica as well. Congratulations to the both of you. I think we all wish you years of love and laughter. Now help me out here, everybody. What can you say about Frankie? We all know he does stupid shit. say about Frankie? We all know he does do his shit.
I do!
Erica's not one of those things that they make them fine for the kid.
That's awesome.
Now, if you guys could all raise your glasses. Frankie and Erica, well done. You guys love each other, you deserve each other. We're proud of you and we love you. God bless all those good things.